politics, we're fighting against trying to save the environment, it becomes a bit difficult to think there is a chance. Like, we're fighting against so many factors here. And that is why we have this webinar to wake up our inner energy. We take a lot of care of choosing our speakers. We don't just randomly pick out random people, be like, hey, you are the next speaker. Like, okay. No, we look at people who are in line with what we call the 𝘠𝘰𝘨 KARANA philosophy, a connection with the community, the environment, and the higher being or the culture. We're looking for people who've had it rough, had a hard time, or at least have struggled in Bali, who's faced the situations where it wasn't easy, especially in the very beginning. Today, we have a very, very special guest. Her name is Teshalonika Krisanti. We can call it Tesha for short, much easier. Tesha for short, much, much easier. And later we'll get to deep dive into Tesha. Now, for those who've been joining the previous webinars, you'll notice that we used to have 3 to 2 speakers in every webinar. We're just trying to have one speaker so we can really get to know them better, to not feel like we're rushing through their stories. And we've had some very powerful speakers in the past, and it felt like it was a shame to not be able to really understand their struggles. So today, we're having one speaker to have our full attention. This webinar is going to be 45 minutes only, so 2 p.m. to 2:45, and we're hoping to get the gist of what it means to be Tesha, what it means to be in her shoes every day of her life. Tesha was chosen first by a recommendation. One of our previous speakers, Tia Nilsson, who was also Miss Indonesia, said to me, it's like, Krishna, I appreciate for having me as a speaker, but you have to have Tesha. And this was 6 months ago, and I was like, okay, Tesha has to be a speaker. But then, Tesha's a busy person, a celebrity and whatnot. She cannot be a speaker. But now we finally get her. Yes, we have. And we are getting to get to know her better. So not only is Tesha the founder of Kampoeng English, an education center where they learn about sustainability and speaking, but she's also a singer on Indosiar's Pop Academy. So without further ado, let's give a big round of applause or a virtual round of applause for Tesha. Hey! Tesha, if you could, in like a brief 5-10 minutes, give a little bit of background about yourself. Who are you? Who is this Teshalonika Krisanti? We don't know. Like, tell us, who are you?
Thank you so much. So firstly, I want to say thank you so much for Krishna, also for inviting me here to this platform, which is very amazing to meet all of you here in this Zoom room. I really appreciate the time and the opportunity. And so, yeah, who am I? I am Tesha, yeah, Teshalonika. You can call me Tess or Tesha. So if you happen to see me somewhere, Tess, like that, yeah. And so I am right now actually just turned 21 years old. And I have been living here in Bali for almost 6 years now. Yeah, so I've been enjoying my life here. The initial plan was like, okay, let's do 3 years here. But, I got stuck here for 6 years and now counting. So I will live here, of course, for long term. Yeah. And as you know, and Krishna have mentioned about the school that I started with my family called Kampoeng English. And the school was started in my house. And then I have also the branch of the school. So it's in 2 locations right now. So yeah, I've been managing that with my family, with my father, with my mom, and I have 2 siblings. I have 2 sisters. Yeah. I have an older sister and I have a younger sister. My older, she's already married, and my younger one, she is now pursuing her passion, yeah, in business. We all are 3 girls, but we are very different, yeah, in what we love, in what we are passionate about. My sister is more in the tech kind of industry. And for myself, I really love people connection, art, and social. So that's me. And my younger, she is into business, yeah, something like that. And a little bit about my parents. So my mom, yes, she is an amazing, like, how do I say this? This is not a writer, but she has a really good handwriting, my mom, and she's a very an amazing cook, something like that. So she's cooking me at home, yeah, with her amazing cook. And my dad, so I think I get the gene from my dad. So my dad is an artist. He's a painter. Yeah. He's a painter and he's a bass player and then also plays guitar. So I started my early days like with singing with my dad. Yeah. So I started when I was like really small. I think I was like 5 or something. Yeah, my dad would always tell me to sing in front of the people at church. So that's why I really like singing. He's been playing with me through the hard days, happy days, always singing like that. So yeah, I think that's where it started. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. And also, I came here 2000 early 2015, I think. Sorry, I forgot. And I came here to pursue my dream at a school called Green School. So if you haven't known that school before, you should check it out. It's an amazing school. It's not just the building, but the philosophy is amazing. And so I went there, and yeah, I went there and I received a 100% scholarship. So it was a very amazing opportunity because at the time, for my family and also for me, education is such an important thing and also such a how do I say, it's a difficult thing for us to get. Yeah. So all of my life, since I was in primary school, I have been pursuing scholarship like that. So for all of us, the girls, yeah, in the family, we have been pursuing a scholarship. And when I got the green school, my family was really shocked. And okay, so should we move to Bali? And so we leave Jakarta. I'm from Jakarta. So we live our life completely in Jakarta and just build a brand new future in Bali. So yeah. So my family moved because of me, technically, to Bali, something like that, because I was receiving the scholarship and they really want to support me for my future, yeah,
Did,
future
did you
potential.
did you apply for the scholarship? How does it work? Because I wouldn't mind, in the future if I have kids getting 100% free scholarship. It sounds like a great deal. Like, did you apply for it? Did you sing in front of an audition? And I mean, did your parents even know what green school was? They were like, "Oh, scholarship. What school? Sekolah apa? Like, which school is that? Like, which
Yeah,
national
yeah,
school is that? SD apa?" Is like, this is green school. Oh, what's
yes,
green school? Okay,
yes.
sounds like a pretty wacky school. Did you apply for it? How did it work? Was it a competition? Was it like
Yeah,
a
of course,
lottery
applying.
ticket? Oh, okay.
Of course, yeah. So at the time I was still in middle school. So I have this yeah, great curiosity for many things. And that time, internet, yeah, I mean, internet was already a big thing, like Facebook and stuff. So I've been seeing my friends visiting Green School actually on Facebook, and so I got curious. So I checked out the website, and that time the Green School was how do I say this, provide like a page in the website to explain about each teacher, like their philosophy, why they teach it at the Green School. And when I read each one of them, and by the way, I love English, that's why I know what that means, like all the writings and everything on the website. So yeah, English is one of my passions, or my favorite subject. So I was looking at the profile, and some of the teachers are talking about the philosophy of education, which I never heard about it, and I've never get this philosophy or explanation from the teachers that I previously had in Jakarta. Okay, so one of the teachers says that learning is not only in the classroom. Learning is about how you preserve and how you experience the life itself. I'm like, wow, this is deep. So
Hmm.
for me, it's an eye opening once I go through that line and I can see that there's still a possibility for me, to thrive actually, because I have been really actually not so good at school academically, like with math and all those like regular lessons, science. It was not my strong point. My strong point was art, like that. Yeah, art and languages. So when I see that, I was like, yeah, that's true. Everything that I experience in life every day is a learning process. So it's very interesting for me, and it's a new point of view. So it got me interested, and I applied to the green school. I applied, and then yeah, sadly, after I graduated, a month after I graduated, they replied. Yeah, the green school replied. I thought they accepted me, but actually, the how do I say this? The student like quota, it's like full, something like
Hmm.
that. That time, okay.
Well, I
The
thought you were
chairs
telling me
were
the
full.
story. I thought you were telling me the story how you get accepted. So you were not accepted the first time.
So the first time I didn't get accepted. So it's a very how do I say this? A very a very tough struggle. It's like a struggle of like keep going or giving up, something like that. It was very difficult. So, and then long story short, and then I had waited, for a couple of months, and my mom told me, Tessa, don't be crazy. Look for other school. Look for other school. I mean, maybe that time my mom thought I wanted to go to international school to speak in English with
Hmm.
other foreigners or something like that. But that was not my point. My point was I want to I want to transform my life. I really desire a change in my life. So and then my dad says like this school is very cool, and he said like, what about me going to this school as a teacher, and maybe we can live in Bali. So he applied actually. He applied to the green school. And when he got accepted, I was shocked. You get accepted. I didn't get accepted at the green school. So he left to Bali. When he was about to leave to Bali, he asked me, what about you come with me, yeah, to the green school? Okay, you come, just come to Bali. And so I was living with my dad
Uh,
for, yeah, for a couple of months. And then after that, yeah, the Green School reached out to me again and says that, hey, there's a space for you. So actually, Green School doesn't know that, yeah, my dad and I, yeah, were related. And then after that, yeah, so I got
did the fact
accepted.
that you were in Bali help
Yes.
anything? Because it's usually easier to decline somebody when they're not there, but when they're in front of you, when you have to
Mhm.
say no, it's a bit harder. Did they accept you when you were in Bali already?
No, no, no. It's they yeah, it was a long conversation. So it's like big no for me. They said a big no even in front of me. So because I understood Green School um has so many people wants to go there. It's because it is really a cool school. So I understood, but I have this determination inside me, like I have to go here no matter what. But in the end, I made it with all the struggle, with all the faith that I had in me. So
What changed?
yeah.
What the first time you had a big no, and then you applied again, still not sure. What did you do, or what did you say to make it that you were accepted eventually?
So technically, I was coming to the green school, to just mingle with the people because my dad was there, working. I met some parents, like I told you, I'm very social. Like I like to talk to people, and my English that time was very, it's very not that perfect, but I tried, and like say hi, hi, hi. And most of the parents are interested in, learning more about myself, like what I do, my arts, my painting, my drawing, my singing. So then I got connected with the community rather than like the school, like going to the school, but the community. So I was attached with the community. And then, of course, my bonding with the community is like unbreakable. So it's impossible for them to say no, something like that.
Right. I mean, they
Yeah,
were already, you made friends with everybody. It was kind of gonna be awkward if they said no at that point. That's a good strategy.
exactly.
If
Yeah,
the fast acceptance doesn't work, the way to get to people's heart is you have to be friends with them for a long time, and they'll eventually say yes.
yes,
That's a tough strategy for sure.
exactly.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about the green school effect. I mean, obviously, 2015 was a very weird transition period. I would say it would be the period where it was weird to be a hippie. I'm going to use the word hippie and not in a bad way. A hippie means down to earth,
Yeah.
someone grounded. In the transition between hippies being seen as complete out of this world dreamers and to people who eventually was the answer to all of the earth's problems. Like
Hmm.
2015 was that kind of age. It was the moment where hotels started to show that they were actually eco-friendly because they started to change your towels every
Mm.
3 days instead of one day. So when 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 you told your friends, before going to Bali, that this is the kind of school where they talked about learning outside of classrooms, was it weird? Did you have to kind of struggle with explaining, no, no, guys, this is normal. This is what school is supposed to be, with singing and learning about plants and the environment and probably yoga and rice farming. Like, did you
Hmm.
have to convince anybody, especially your friends? We were all 21. I mean, yeah, friends are very important. You kind of live
Exactly.
or die by your friends. So, was there any story you want to share about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a totally, I would say, totally different environment. Yeah, I mean, where I am right now in Bali is different where I used to be in Jakarta. So obviously, they asked me a lot of questions like, "What are you gonna do in that jungle?" Okay, so, like, okay, so actually they didn't have that a lot of like faith or trust in me. Like because I have not been doing such a good job in academic or lessons, so they say, okay, what are you gonna do then? I think it's getting worse. You go to the jungle now. So yeah, I mean, I there were a lot of hesitation from my friends and my teachers. Yeah, back
Do you
in
regret it?
Jakarta.
Do you think you made
Sorry.
the right decision? Do you think you made the right choice to go to green school?
Of course, of course, of course, definitely, one hundred
Because there
percent.
is something very weird about many of the green school students in a way that so many have become such strong environmentalists to, I would say, celebrity level. Like yourself, like Tia Nelson, she was Miss Indonesia. You have Melati Wissen from Bye Bye Plastic Bags. What is it that makes a green school student a green school student? Do you have to be a bit like je ne sais quoi, just like go for it? What's the reason that this green school effect is in effect? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is not how do I say, something that we plan as students. Let's get famous together, or let's be the best of the best, something like that. But this is just I think how green school nurture us, how green school built that curiosity and um courage, inside of us, and how the teachers and the community believe in us.
Mm,
It is a very strong impact on a person when you start to believing in them, and to give them trust on what they care about or on what they do. So I think this is the reason why, like this green school students can thrive. And even after graduation, sometimes they just like fly so high, and you're like, okay, how did you get there? Like you never know, But this is about like, how do I say this? This is the teacher planted in our hearts, that you can do anything, like literally can do anything. And um this is what I'm like one of the life principle that I'm going for, like it's impossible because you think about it, it will be possible once you do it or once you take an action. So a lot of, yeah, green school learning experience is about taking your opportunity, and just go for it, and a lot of them we don't really learn that much in the classroom and just like out, in the garden. And I mean, it's a practice, right, to just learn outside and meet people and stuff like that. I used to have like these classes, like we're just like traveling around like Bali, and asking people to sign petition and stuff like that. That was so cool, like meeting people in real life. That's what I call real life. And
let's
Oh
talk about
wow,
going for it. You really went for it with Kampong English.
yeah.
What's the story there? Like, how did it start? What was the inspiration? And let's get up to date. What's happening now? So, Kampong English. What's the story there?
So Kampung English, so Kampung English one of the thing that sparks from me, when I was at the green school. So I was in grade 11. I was in grade 11, and that time was, I get more comfortable with Bali and the people surround me and the green school, and I learned a lot, from the green school community. And so I was okay. I really want to do something meaningful,
Mhm.
with the
For
people.
those who don't know what Kampong English is, what is Kampong English? Is it's a school. It's a
Yes,
physical location, right?
yes, it's a school for the children, the children, for the Balinese so far, but open to all Indonesian, of course, Indonesian children. But in Kampung English, we are a non-formal school, so this is not like everyday school, not like Monday to Friday. This is more like on the weekend, something like that, okay, and twice a week kind of thing. So in Kampung English, I would say this is nonprofit. We don't charge the students to pay or anything to learn. And so our school, it is about empowering the local community or the local kids, and we chose to teach the children from 4-year old until 12 years old, and that's all. So we don't go older than that, because our purpose or our aim is to nurture and also to educate these children, because they're children, from 4 to
Mm.
12. It's their golden age, to record the things that surround them and learn new things and trying to put some values in their life. So I really want to be that influence in their life, and we want to be the influence in their life, to give them confidence, to give them hope, no matter how young they are, what is their passion or what is their family background, whatever it is, I always give them this, how do I say this, motivation. We always give the motivation that, yeah, everything is possible for you.
And of
So this
course,
is
if I
something
can
English.
ask, I mean, COVID was, sorry my French, but it was a shit show. What's happening now with Kampong English? Give us the
With Kampung
update.
English, yeah.
Are you gonna open soon? Like, what's or are you closed? Are you open? What's the situation?
For Kampung English, at the moment, we are closed for the learning session for the children and the kids. It has been a year actually, which is very sad for me, because this is my passion, the children, and so I got detached from the kids almost a year, maybe a year already. So we don't do the learning at the spot or at the school at the moment, but we still communicate and motivate each other. And sometimes I drive around with my dad on our motorbike, like literally going to every kid's like school. Well, there are a lot. There are like 105 children, but we're just like, hey, like giving them snacks and stuff like that. How are you? And saying hi to the parents and checking in, because most of them, they don't have Zoom, so that's why it's impossible to do online meetings.
Why are we not opening? Why isn't the school being reopened? I mean, at least a soft opening. I mean, COVID is sort of going on the exit transition moment. Why don't you start maybe a few classes? I'm sure in the community we have expats here who will be so happy to teach English or permaculture. I see Allison with her hand up. There you go. There you go. Right? What's is it actually COVID the main reason right now, or are you just trying to focus on your singing career, or what's the situation?
No. It's really depending on the governments around it. So that's the thing. Because where I am right now, my community in my team, I don't have any expats or something, because this is like, how do I say this, local for local, like local empowering local. So the team have how do I say this, advise me, and we have talked a lot, and also the people surrounded village, like that surrounded village, who's in touch with the government, they have been saying about, we always have to follow the local school. So if the
Mhm.
local school makes a gesture to open like that, if they started to open, then we can open too. So this is also, connected with the government. And yeah, they say things about, just so you know that Kampung English, we are, active, like we do it regularly, and we are here as a team. We're not going anywhere, but we are not registered yet, like official, like that, like official in the government, like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's one of the thing too that I consider. Like I want it to be like careful like that with my steps, and I think about other ways to still connect it with the kids. So I have to wait for the government gesture if they start to reopening.
While we're waiting, while the whole thing is still being on pause, is there anything that we can do for Kampoeng English or for yourself? Is there anything that you could ask for help for right now?
So actually, we have been doing this thing to hand out food packages. So that's
Mm.
they really need the most for now. So yeah, my mom and I, my sister, we get together, and we just yeah, put our income together to always support them every month, to give them food packages like, yeah, like eggs and this and that. So that is I think that is one of the helpful things that I can do, or our team can do. Or if you want to support also, I've been also working together with my friends, some donators like that. So yeah, to hand out food every month, and when they come to pick up the food, usually that's when the conversation started. I can meet the kids, and yeah, so that's so far that we can do right now
So you were
to
saying like
support
food
them.
donations, right? Food
Yeah, food
donation,
donations.
sambako, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Yes.
Maybe there's a possibility there. I'm sure some of us have already been working with SOS, Soldiers of Sustenance. They are a food rescue nonprofit. I work personally very closely with them, so they might have some ideas there. And now we're going to the last part of the webinar, which could be a good moment to open it up to those who are joining, for who have any questions for Tesha. Do you maybe have a bit of food that you want to distribute to the Kampo English community? Or do you have a skill, like Allison put her hand up? By the way, Allison, what would you be able to teach? Oh, you're muted. No, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so if you have any questions for Tesha, how does it be to be a green school student, or how can I help? Is is the community that you are in right now, what is the condition right now? Is it still safe, or is there a lot of unemployment? Is there a lot of poverty in your area? What's Give us a picture of what it is to be a part of the surrounding of the Kampo English community. What is that like?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, we don't project like that much on the poverty itself. So the main thing is not about helping people to get out from the poverty, but the main thing is about educating the children. I don't see differences. So at the start, I was actually wanted to just teach the how do I say this? Oh, Kyle, hi. Actually, my teacher is here.
Ah,
I
yeah,
was just
Kakeng is
saying,
here.
oh, hi. Okay, that's cool. All right, now I'm nervous. Okay.
Good.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. He's there still. Oh, hi.
Yeah, and actually he has a question. He says, what is the most important skill that you learned at Green School? You know,
Oh,
was it to
yes.
be cool? Because like Green School kids are the coolest kids ever. They're cool when they go to Green School.
Yeah,
But
that's
what
so
did you learn, or what is the most important skill you learned at Green School?
the most important skill. Yeah, we have been always having like a lot of skills, in our classroom, right, Pak Kyle? To bend like bamboo, to this, and then adapt and this and that. So actually, in our class, we have that. We have the skill that we have to how do I say this, to achieve like that, yeah, in each classes. But one of the skill is that what you ask a skill. that I learned a lot from the green school is to, yeah, actually that one, adapt, and really using what I have, yeah, my passion or my skill for the good of others. So it's a really important thing to, yeah, to remember that what's in us, or what is your ability, or what you can do to support other people in any way we can. So that's one of the things that I learned from the green school. So thank you so much.
That is actually a crazy statement, right? Because it is kind of a generalization that green school kids have this amazing care for others. I don't know if it's because quite a few student celebrities are known for caring for others. For example, Malati Wilson with Bye Bye Plastic Bags, or Tia Nielsen with Give Them a Future. But is it something that's like super green school? Is it something that they teach you there? Like what? I know Kaki is here, so you're under a lot of pressure. But do they have like lessons on how to be a better human being? Do you literally have like a better human 101 lesson? How does it? Why? Like why is green school the fact that so many are known to care for other people?
I think they never tell that like literally, like you should care about, but this is the model, like how teachers model, and how other friends model, and I recorded that, and I see that, and I want to implement that also in my life. So it's the same when you mentioned about, for example, Malati, and how I got inspired, and how I look at my teachers, and it gives me motivation like that. Yeah, I think it depends on the person too. For example, for me as a green school student, as a human, for example, we perceive things differently, but this is one of the things that I can receive from the green school, from interacting with the teachers, from the classes, from being friends with the green school students.
Mm.
So yeah, I think that's how it is. Things never really like literal like that. But yeah, like green school likes to invite inspiring speakers sometimes, and through those like speakers, and yeah, the inspiring people that comes to the green school actually gives a new hope, I think, for me,
A new
that,
hope.
oh yes, a new hope that, oh my God, like actually there's something unique inside of you that can actually change the world, or they can make a little change in your community. So yeah, it's interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, do you see Hattie? Yeah, put your hand up, but I just wanna, Tesha, do you see any kind of hope for Indonesia? I mean, Indonesia is the second biggest polluter in the world, and let's be honest, the amount of people like yourself who not only is able to sing in the spotlight and wow an amount of people in Indonesia, and yet still care about the environment, the number of people like yourself are very few and far between. Is there hope? Do you really think that we are going to save not even the planet, just Indonesia or even Bali? Is there a chance? Is there a movement that you feel that people should listen to? Um, yeah, is there hope? Are we
Of
doomed?
course, always, yeah. I mean, if there's no hope, then like, what's your purpose for in this life? Like, always have that hope every second, no matter a small thing, bigger things, yeah, something like that. And because my life experiences to get me here today, it took a lot of hope like that. So I believe that, all these things, all the struggles, like you said, like environment or education, yeah, especially in Indonesia, it's very sad if you look at the numbers in Indonesia. The number of kids that are not educated are like over 2 million or something. I cannot say
Wow.
the exact number, but that's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids, and it's not always poverty that's the reason. Yeah, there is bullying, maybe money, of course, yeah, the poverty, and then there is this for example, they're too comfortable and they don't want to go to school anymore for some reasons. There are a lot of reasons, yeah, for illiterate
Could I
Indonesian
also add the
people.
reason of maybe gender roles? And I mean, I'm kind of playing an old record, but Indonesia is known for very traditional values. A woman should be doing this and this, a man should be doing this. Have you ever had that kind of pressure as a woman who, you're from Jakarta, you came to Bali? Do you ever have a conversation with your parents or your aunties or uncles, be like, hey Tesha, so when are you getting married? We know we have
Mhm.
kids. And then there's nothing wrong with that. I want to have kids. It's one of my dreams to do. But is that for you a bad thing? Where do you come in that kind of, the mindset? Is it bad? Is it good? Do you want to have kids? You're 21, right? How old are you now?
21, 21. Not yet, not
21.
yet.
No, no, not yet
I want
kids.
to,
No.
but not yet.
Like, where do
Yeah.
you see the kind of the modern Indonesia? What's the balance? Too extreme is not good, but where do you see the balance of what it means to be a woman in modern Indonesia?
Yeah. I mean, all the values that we learn, yeah, the first start, or the first let's say circle, is in your family. So I'm really grateful for my family every day. I'm grateful to God. Oh, thank you, God, for this family, because my family, they never, how do I say this? They never really adopt this in, traditional thinking. Well, there are some traditional good, values, something like that, but the strict values, like you have to get married, or you have to do this, to do that, like some the like this, like boxes. And my parents never do that to me, actually. They always encourage me, to be creative and just go for the things that you desire, something like that. So from that point of view, I would say I've never experienced that kind of like a big issue or something like that before, being a woman in Indonesia. But maybe the opportunity, right? The opportunity in bigger community, like at school and stuff like that. And it's just like, for example, what else? Like sport, or hi, okay, girls, suck, for example. Yeah, it's really still going, actually. Yeah, that kind of thinking, to put the girls in the, yeah, in the like just the support system, not in the highlight or the
Mhm.
spotlight, something
And
like
I'm
that.
just curious, that old style of thinking, when you were in the middle of the, Indosiar Pop Academy, was it the mindset of the people there also? Did you ever have, I don't know, fans or people saying, "Hey Tesha, what's a woman doing singing?" I don't know. What was it, the same kind of mindset, or were you in an environment that you felt you could connect with the people over there?
Yeah, I mean, like being a woman, of course, like singing is like I think woman is very famous for singing. I mean, it's not a big deal, or it's
Right.
not a problem at all. But yeah, I hope no one from Indosiar watch this. Okay. So, but I would say that time in Indosiar, it was really great. And as a TV station, it's an old TV station, like it
Mm.
has been there for a long, long time. But I think they have really progressed, in their thinking, in the way they treat people and stuff like that. Well, I mean, some people can be a little bit, like bitter or something, but I mean, it's not the company, or it's not the Indosiar as a company, but it's just the people. But I would say as a company, it's a very amazing, TV station, accommodating and very inclusive, something
Mm.
like that. I could see the contestants that time. I'm not talking about the gender. I mean, for gender, they're like very inclusive. But for the looks, like the physical,
Oh
because at
yeah,
the time,
yeah, right, right.
there were many different kind of looks. You have this shape of body, you have this ethnicity. And I was actually betting with my friend. That was not good to the betting, but I was like this. I'm sure the top five would be, like my friend said, top five would be the people or the girls who have the smooth skin and the looks like the model. And when we did that betting, actually, it didn't happen. Actually, the ones that got into the top 5 were girls from Papua, like that. Yeah.
Wow.
With the brown skin and the curly hair, and I was like, wow, this is like
what is happening?
Indonesia.
What is that true? Wow.
Indonesia is changing, like Indonesia is changing progressively, actually, little by little, because the image that we used to have, before we were not that active in social media, fair skin and everything has to be the main the main thing that you have besides skill,
Right.
But when I saw that in the competition, how inclusive different people looks like, and even they got into the top 5 and being visible by millions eyes all around Indonesia.
That is crazy.
Wow.
That gives me such that warms my heart. It means there is hope. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, I hope one day when my unborn daughter is grown up to be like you exactly. A singer who's confident, who's got that green school charm. Wow, that's amazing. Do you have any last closing comments? Does anybody in the audience wanna share something to Tesha? Or have any? Yes, Hattie, please.
Hi, Tesha. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You are our hope, actually. Yeah, I have a school in Bali. I've been educating in Bali for 14 years, and you mentioned that you're stopping at 12 years old. So, because I've been teaching there so long, I've got kids that are now in their teens. What's the most motivational thing to keep them on track for the sort of things that we really do need in Bali? I mean, we've had some standout kids, and most of them from green school. I've got some standout kids coming through too. But what motivates them now? Because as you say, Indonesia's so modern and progressive now. I'm back in New Zealand for 1 year and coming back to Bali in July to open up, hopefully, like you, hopefully, yeah. But what's motivating the kids there now, like in the say 13 to 17, 18 age group?
So yeah, I mean, so your question is what motivates them? Yeah, the kids.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, like first thing about the age, yeah, I stopped there 12 because like I explained already about the purpose that I want to have to the kids, like to nurture them since they were young, like that. And the rest of the kids also welcome, yeah. So it's not like I'm closing to the when you're 13, go, like no. So 13 up, even for example, moms or like parents come, and here I want to create and integrate, community who helping out each other, to learn about sustainability. But yeah, it's not only stop to 12. 12 is the students, yeah, like 4 to 12 is the students. But the rest, yeah, like the let's say 13 up or something, we can involve in a project and we can help the students who are learning something like that. So
like project stuff,
project stuff, exactly, yeah. So the kids there, for example, I have some neighbors, like sometimes they're peeking through because we are so loud, we sing a lot of songs, okay, like like that, and the neighbors, they're like just okay, what's happening, and some of them are high schoolers, and I said, come, come, be a volunteer, be a volunteer, come and just come and listen, and help to organize the kids, because the kids are screaming, and I love this, but yeah, I love this. Okay, so but sometimes their help, the presence of the bigger kids, it how do I say, it also motivates the children, like it's cool that I'm here with my elder sister, so this is like, how do I say this,
open door,
like a, not just like a school, open door, like a home, like welcome like home, I have everybody here, and we learn from each other, we help each other to learn something. So
Tesha, do you have any closing remarks for the people who joined today, a last boost of motivation, of hope?
yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you for joining the talk today, and I really appreciate your time. And if you want to involve anything, please reach out to me, or maybe you reach out to Krishna, something like that. So yeah, I think I just want to say a little message, a little message about how I started all of this. So one thing that I want to for you to take, or want you to believe in, is that no matter who you are, or doesn't matter how old you are, or doesn't matter, I mean, what's your background or anything, that change is always possible. Change is always possible for you. And have a little faith in yourself, and have that faith, um, carry that faith all along your life, because change is not about physical like that. It's not about the building. I never started Kampung English from a building. It was a house terrace like that, yeah. And then it increases. The children started with 3. Now we have over 100, something like that. It's about the heart. Change is about your heart and your good intention, like that. I really believe that your good intention, yeah, and your passion will strengthen you, to reach your dreams, to go further like that. So it's I mean, it's not easy to start, but if you want to know, faith, and your good intention and your passion, that's all it takes, to
Wow.
change what surrounds you.
Wow.
So yeah.
Teshalonika at 21 years old represented Bali in
Thank
Indonesia's
you.
Top Academy and is founder of Couple English. You need to help her, right? You've seen her, you've met her, she's a real human being. How can someone be so great and so much more to look out for? Support her, guy, by giving her some food donations for her kampong. Again, it was such a pleasure. We are here under one Bali Pledge. The Bali Pledge, if you have not yet, it's a pledge for us to become a community, to pledge that we will be here in Bali for good, for sustainable tourism, for sustainable businesses, to be a sustainable community. My name is Krishna. It's been such a pleasure. And Tesha, you've inspired me to do even more. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to this webinar, and see you guys next month. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.